Hey guys, what's up? Machine Sam back with another video, and today one of the videos you guys have been waiting for is a 2K21 roster update. I know 2K20, you guys want that as well. Now remember, this is still a work in progress. I'm still working on it. I just figured I'd get a video out telling you guys that it is, for the most part, up to date. Contracts and ages, I'm still working on for any people that have switched teams, or any players that I just had to move around. Remember, these haven't been updated since before November, so what you're going to want to do is look up my username, online ID, Green Machine Sam, or you can look up the roster in general, but I'll show you guys what rosters all come up. So, online ID, this is PS4 only, so Green Machine I can't fucking spell apparently. My cat decided that he wants to try to fucking claw shit right now. And my roster should come up. They should be the 1122 rosters. If anything, they might be even 1123 or 1124 or whatever date you're watching this on. It could be that date. So just find the latest roster. The further you go down, the earlier the roster is. So you will want more that pop up here where it doesn't say local. These will be your most up-to-date rosters. This one has injuries and some other stuff mixed in. Position changes that I prefer. Like, I prefer to run Ben Simmons at the 4 and Tobias Harris at the 3, because then it gets Tyrese Maxey and Seth Curry on the court instead of running Danny Green, and just other things like that. So we'll go into this one real quick. These are 2K22's ratings. Badges are not completely fixed either, so there is a lot of work to still be done. But I want to get the basic stuff out of the way so that you guys can be able to play it. The only two people that have technically injuries is Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving. And that is because they are not playing this year, for the most part. Unless Simmons gets traded, he's probably not playing this year. I'm going to be completely honest. And Kyrie Irving's probably not playing unless Katie can convince him to play, or somebody convinces him to get the vaccine in some way. Because the Nets have even said, hey, we're not playing him until he gets the vaccine. Because they can't even play him at home, and they can't play him at Knicks games, and I think any of the California teams. So that's 4 other teams that they can't play him against. And I think there's 1 or 2 more states that have a team that you have to have the vaccine to play. So, you know, with that being said, he can only play, what, maybe 30 games? And then if they get home court advantage, he can only play away games. But then if they're playing the Knicks in the playoffs, he can't play at all. Like, so I understand why they're sitting him. So like I said, these are 2K22's ratings as of November 22nd of 2021. So if you're watching this video because it has a lot of views and you think this isn't my latest video, look at my channel, make sure it's the latest video, and especially if it's a couple months out. I probably have a new video talking about ratings, talking about what I've been doing, and all that fun stuff. I do have 2K22 roster updates coming. Hopefully I can start doing some stuff that I want to do on that. Of course, remember, when the off-season does kick in, we're only like less than 20 games into this season, but when the off-season and the draft does kick in, that is when updates ramp up and are coming out almost every day. But for now, they're coming out probably once a week, twice, or once every 2 weeks. So, now, money is as far as I can get it, because there are some players that are earning upwards of $38.15 million, but I can't take the contract higher than that. You can make the dudes 40 years old with almost 20 years of experience, and it only goes up to 38.15. So the contracts are the best I can do. Can't fix hairstyles. Can't give them their newer shoes. Can't give them a whole ton of stuff. If they're wearing different accessories, some players have locks on them to where I can't even change it. So that's just some stuff that you're going to have to live with. That's some of the downfalls of not upgrading to a new 2K every year. That's not my fault, okay? I don't want to see people being mad that somebody still has a headband when they're not supposed to, and I can't fix that. So, if you guys have any questions, comments, and concerns, if you see anybody made, yes, there are some players missing. I know the Spurs are missing one. I think the Rockets are missing one. The Raptors are missing one. But they're like two-way guys, or they're the 15th guy on the team. Is that really that important? Like, as long as the top, like, 13 guys are there, I don't think it's that important. I understand that it doesn't, like, give the real factor as much. But are you really going to your 15th guy? Like, and especially if you don't have injuries on, who cares about your 15th guy? Like, but I understand some people want that. Some people don't care. Some people just want the roster update, the overalls, ages, and contracts updated for the most part, and most of the major rookies added. So, if I get to it, and if they're kind of important to the team or the future of the team, I will get to it. Like, I know I need to get to JT Thor on the Hornets. I think he's a big one that needs to be added. He's their 15th guy on 2K22's rating system. So, you know. There are some people's ages that I probably have to update. For example, one of the guys is probably the Hawks. Might be the Hawks. I had to add Dieng and Timothy. I don't know how to say his last name, so I'm not going to say it. I know I probably have to update their ages. I got to update a couple others that I had to add from free agency. I will go through free agency and drop all these guys' overalls down to either 65s or even 70s at least. If they played within the last year, they'll probably get dropped down to a 70. If they didn't really play much last year, they'll probably get dropped down to a 65. If they haven't played in 2 years and they're still up in overalls, they'll probably get dropped to 60. That's just my way of making sure that your minor leagues don't get just like automatically screwed up. Like, because a team that needs a backup point guard's going to sign Chris Dunn, but they had somebody that they were supposed to be developing on the bench now, and he's now third string. Same with Edmund Summers and Jahlil Okafor and Harry Giles. Like, Harry Giles came out when he was really young, even though he's not that great, because he was the number 1 ranked prospect at the time, and then he got hurt, and he hasn't played well in the NBA. But he's still 23, so the game still values him a lot higher than it would a guy like Marc Gasol, who you know is going to be good for what you're bringing him in to do. So, I'll fix that as well. And then, if you guys want an injured roster, like, I'll go through, I'll kick Kawhi out. I think LeBron's out. He's probably going to get suspended after the whole thing with Stewart. Stewart's probably going to get suspended. I know a couple people on the Magic are still out or are currently out. I don't know if Murray's out. I know Clay's still out for a little bit. And a couple other people have injuries here or there. I know Joel is out for, I think, health and safety. And I think somebody else is, if I remember correctly. So, I can go through and do injuries and the COVID stuff if you guys really want me to. I don't want to do it if nobody's going to actually use that roster, if they're just going to turn off injuries anyway. Then I'll just leave the roster how it is. I'm not going to put in that extra work, because then I have to update 2 rosters every single time. So, I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just, if you guys want 2K20 roster updates coming out, and if you want 21 and 22, and if you want Madden 22 roster updates coming out, that's 4 different rosters I have to work on automatically. So, I want to put the time and effort into every single one. It's just, I don't have the time and effort as much. So, but with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate the support recently, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.